Prime Stache is an American bistro located at 110 Chestnut. The name Prime Stache, it's kind of a play on words. I love the whole mustache theme. It's something different. But the reason we came up with the concept here being an American bistro is we wanted to source everything in the United States. Do everything all American. It's what makes us different. Our wine, our liquor, our beer, all in the United States. You know, we even had our tables made here in the US. The wood that you see on the walls are from a barn in Pennsylvania out west. I like to oversee everything and help make good decisions, but I think the biggest thing in any business is the people, is finding the right people. If you surround yourself with an amazing team, that is the most important thing. I have an amazing partner here in Prime Stache. That's really what it takes. If you have a great partner, everything else can fall in place.
Brent and I met in New Jersey when he first got drafted. Redstone was where I worked, and I opened a restaurant with a previous owner and friend of mine. Every Friday night he would be there, have his dinner, and then we got to talking. And we always were interested in doing something together, and we said that if our paths cross, eventually when he's ready and when I'm ready, we would think about doing something like this. Yo, watch your chicken is ready. And all the foods that you're seeing on this menu at Prime Stache is something that Brent and I like to eat. You know, he's eaten at many restaurants, and I've worked in many restaurants. But at the end of the day, it was always about like what we like to eat. If this was our last meal, or if this was our death row meal, this is what we would like to eat.
That's just kind of our mentality, is keep things simple, clean, but yet very flavorful. This is the type of food that I crave. You know, I'm from the Midwest, so meatloaf is a thing for me.
That's the bacon wrapped meatloaf. So this is a homemade barbecue sauce. Here's the bacon, so it's all wrapped around bacon. We'll do I'll do my homemade barbecue, glaze it, and I'll put it in the oven and get it warm so that it gets nice and sticky and caramelized. Honestly, I just want to make good food. Like, it's not about me, it's not about anything else but making food that tastes good. You know, I love wings. I just think if I were to have wings, and this was my death row wing, it has to be crispy, it has to be garlicky, it has to be tangy, and the sauce, you know, if you look at the sauce here, you know, you'll see sometimes I go to a place and the sauce will be just drowning. It hasn't absorbed into the chicken. And this is how I think you should eat wings. You know, I don't want buffalo sauce all over my face, to tell you the truth. I want good flavor, and that's how we do our wings here. This is our Stache burger, all right? So this is basically, you know, we take ground beef, and I'll put some onions in there, and I'll take some Worcestershire sauce, and I'll take some ketchup, and I'll take some steak sauce. I'll put some sriracha in there, and I'll grind it up and mix it. Anybody can put ground beef on a grill, but it's actually a lot of work. So we're gonna cook some of that. We're gonna get some burgers out, and then we're gonna put some bacon, some white American or white cheddar, and we'll serve it with some home fries. We also have a lunch truck. This is roast pork that we're gonna do for one of our sandwiches, which is a Ron Burgundy. So we'll be selling Ron Burgundy sandwiches on a lunch truck. And then this is actually going to the game on Sunday.
We're continuing to do some awesome things. We got a food truck. We've got our upstairs open now, where we can do private parties. We can do catering at people's houses.
Basically, the concept and the premise of Prime Stache is we're throwing a party for our friends and family every day. And when you're throwing a party, you know, you want everything to be perfect. You want to have great food. You want to have great music. You want to have sports. You want to have good service. You want to have smiles. And you want to have people that represent you. And this is basically a family venture. So that's what we're doing here. And that part has not, although the menus changed a lot, some of the staff members have changed a lot, some of the drink menus have changed a lot. The one thing that hasn't changed is the simplicity of the whole place, you know? That's still same from day one.
Well, I think you gotta love the journey. You know, there's gonna be ups and downs, and I love that too. I mean, that's life. But if you can find the good in everything and, you know, wake up and be excited every single day, then I think you're doing all right.